Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. It is now 7:40 on Thursday at night. Not in the morning. Not in the morning at all. Because so I had that whole drive yesterday over here towards Chicago, and everything went well. Got here, was able to get to my hotel. I was able to park at my hotel. I was able to go inside, and I was able to record a motherfucking YouTube video. And it got all fucked up. So it's a little fucked up. Are you gonna stop? I think you have a stop sign. I believe you do. I am out in the middle of I don't know, not in the middle of nowhere, but I'm in the middle of Indiana. Indiana, and we just got done. I'm a little delirious. Not really delirious. It's only 8 o'clock. Not even 8 o'clock. But and I slept in today. Got to remember I slept in. Anyways, I recorded the video. I got it put up. I'm working on getting my podcast transferred over to YouTube. So every time I post, it'll go up to YouTube also. So maybe people can check that out. Spread the joy of my podcast. And my last podcast, I'm like, man, I really like that. I had a good time recording that. My mind is not in the mindset to be doing that again right now. At least I don't think so. But man, you're probably wondering, like, what, you were out there, you're still in Indiana? How are you still in Indiana? All you had to do was get loaded and drive 20 minutes down the highway, get offloaded. This does not look like the right motherfucking way. Does it? Where am I? Somebody help me. Maybe this is. I don't know. Does not look like the way I came here. So, anyways, yeah. Sorry. I'm just dragging this shit out. I'm so sorry. I get here. I show up on time. They showed up on time. We get in here. We get all the totes brought over because the totes were on the other side of the yard. There's a 5,500 gallon tanker sitting there that somebody had pulled out, and that's the one that we needed to offload. And these guys, they grab a 3-inch hose. You know I don't like 3-inch hoses. You know it. I've talked about it before. They grab a 3-inch hose, hook it up to the back of the tanker, and they're like, all right, you ready? I'm like, wait, hold up. This is like not a fun chemical to play around with. And you're just going to have a 3-inch hose and you're going to gravity feed it. First off, gravity feeding this shit is not going to really work out very well. Not as well as you think it's going to work out. Because the hose is going to get heavy as fuck. And it's going to be full of hazardous material. We're going to have to shut the valve, and we're going to have to, I was like, hey, let's switch to a 2-inch, everybody. How does that sound? They're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. I'm like, okay. I cut this one a little too tight, I think. Nope, not too tight. Not too tight at all. It's dark out, and I don't know. I've never been here before, so that's why I'm kind of cautious. And I'm fully loaded. So, anyways, we got to switch to a 2-inch, but then we try to open up the valve, and the valves are air actuated. I didn't realize they were air actuated. I just thought, there's got to be a reason that they're having, 4 people show up out here from. Those guys were from Muncie, which I don't know where Muncie is, but I guess it's a 3-hour drive. They drove 3 hours. 3 guys drove 3 hours. One guy drove 8. And we show up here to train. Like, there's something going on with this. So I didn't even think about it, but I thought the valves were fucked up, and that's why we were doing the transfer to begin with, because you can't really fix a valve when the product is in the fucking trailer. You take the valve off, what's going to stop the fucking product from coming out? So I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to it. The one guy was saying he thinks it's because it's bad product. It's not pure enough or something. Wrong mixture. I don't know. And then, anyways, the valves won't open. And I'm like, all right, this is not good. He's like, well, we got the pump. I'm like, you got a pump? He's like, yeah, we got a pump. I'm like, oh, wonderful. Yeah, let's just drop in a hose from the top and pump it out. They pull out it's a 1-inch diaphragm pump. 1-inch diaphragm pump. Think of a garden hose. It's about 1 inch, maybe 7/8. This is straight up 1 inch, so I guess that's you're gaining a little bit there. But you're trying to drain an entire tanker load with a 1-inch fucking hose. So anyways, whatever. Let's get it going. Well, we had to have a generator out there, so they had a little tiny Honda super quiet generator. And you have to have air to run the diaphragm pump, so they had a little tiny fucking air compressor. And I'm like, oh no, this is not going to be good. And we got it all hooked up, and the thing was going pump, 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 pump. Actually, it wasn't even doing that good. It was like chugga, 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 and then the generator would throw a breaker because it's in. It was not go. It was not working. So I was like, we need to get a better air or a different pump. I don't know. A submersible fucking trash pump would do better than this shit. So then I was like, well, hey, guess what, guys? I do have an air compressor, and it's hooked up to that fucking trailer right there. It's my tractor. My tractor has an air compressor on it. That's what runs the brakes, for all you guys that don't know. So if somebody can run over, I don't have it with me. If somebody can get me a glad hand that goes to air hose, like most truck stops, they will sell a kit for airing up tires. It's something you can just throw in your toolbox, and if you get a low tire, and it comes with a long hose, so you can go air up the furthest of tires. There's people pulled over on the side of the road, no lights on, one blinker. I don't like this. I gotta really pay attention. So the one dude, he takes off. It gets up to noon. We're at noon, and the guy finally, I mean, he was hurrying around. We were not fucking around, but we were trying to get shit to work for a long time, and shit was not working. But he eventually showed up. We had to take the air chuck off. We had to take the female end off of their air hose that they had already. Put that one and the fucking crescent. We had to buy crescent wrenches. The crescent wrenches were too thick to grab the fucking little deal. It was just spinning. It was not. We had to hammer shit down to make it. It was. Eventually we got it, and I hooked it up. I was like, all right, we got air. And they go and they hook it up, and it's pumping its fucking ass off. It just blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's what it's supposed to sound like. And we filled up, I think, 2 containers, and then I was like, it's cold, all right? So I said, I'm going to go sit in my truck, because we know now that it takes like 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes to fill each of these. So let's go. I'm going to go sit in the truck, and in about 15 minutes, I'll come back. But I was going to my cab, and they were in a pickup truck, and they parked right at the back of the trailer, and they were keeping an eye on everything. The two helper guys. So everything was going well. It was. We still added it up. I didn't add it up, so this math is not going to be correct. But we said, all right, 20 minutes a container, and we have 18 left. So 18 times 2 is 36, 360, 36 hours. I don't know what a fuck. I don't know how to math. Why can't 100 seconds be a minute, and 100 minutes be an hour? How about we go why stop at 60? What's up with that? What is up with that, This should go to 100. 100 seconds is a minute. It would make math, figuring out times and shit, a lot faster. Like, all right, it's 120 seconds, so that's a minute and 20 seconds. No, that's 2 minutes. What? What are you talking about, man? Probably just dumb that I even mentioned all that. Everybody else is probably like, no, 60's fine, you dumb fuck. It's like, shit, sorry. Sorry about that. How about 50? 50 is closer and would make more sense. But whatever. I'm getting close to my hotel here. We're just pumping along. Everything's going well. And then we notice a leak. One of the totes that we got was leaking in my trailer. And I was like, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, and we were, if anybody's listening, we were wearing our respirators the entire time. We didn't even get close to this liquid without wearing a respirator and our full Tyvek chemical resistant suit and gloves and boots. We didn't do anything bad. We did everything exactly the way the book shows. So, anyways, yeah, we have a leak, and I'm like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do? Like, because there's a valve at the bottom of the totes, and then there's a nipple that you can hook up a 2-inch line to, and then there's a cap that goes on that, and the nipple was the part that was leaking, not the little cap. But we had, it was a full tote, and what are we supposed to do? We got a full motherfucking tote, and we gotta get it emptied, or else it's gonna empty out on my trailer. And it's not leaking fast at all, but it is leaking. And I know if it sat overnight, there would be a puddle underneath my truck, which would not be good. Back here again, back here again. So we had to get that tote pulled back to the front, and also, we're loading several totes, and had already started loading another tote. If we stack up a bunch of full totes in front of the one that is leaking, that's not. So we had to deal with it right then, which anybody would, anyways. But let's see here. Where should I park this fucking bitch? I'm thinking behind this tractor trailer. Looks like a good spot. Don't hit it. All right, we're backing up. We're doing a good job here. There we go. That'll be good. All right, so now that I'm parked, I can actually sit and focus a little bit. Um, the tote's leaking, so we grab another tote, and we're up inside of my trailer with the fucking lift gate down, and it's an 8-foot lift gate, so it's really nice. But anyways, we bring that tote to the end of the trailer. And we have another tote on the lift gate lowered, and we used the 2-inch line, and we got it to drain out almost all of it, but we didn't get it all. It was dumb. We should have got it all, but we didn't for some reason. Um, because we looked at the valve, we had taken the cap off, and the little butterfly valve inside looked like there was something stuck in it, but not a lot. And it looked like that's probably why it's leaking, is there's a little thing stuck there next to the valve, but we can't fuck with the valve with the product in the tote, so we got it low enough that we could tilt the tote sideways and then open the valve and remove the thing that was stuck there. But upon transferring most of the liquid, the thing had removed itself. So we thought, all right, this tote's good. Now it's good. Let's just set it off to the side and we'll fill it up next after this one. And then we get that one filled up, we get it put in the trailer, we go back, we look at that one, there's a puddle on the ground underneath it. And I'm like, oh, this one's still leaking. So we take the nipple off again. I was really looking for some like Blue Monster Teflon tape. Is a good thing to have, but we did not have any with us because that's kind of a specific thing to have. But I was going to put that around the threads of the nipple, and then the threads of the little cap that goes on the nipple, and then the valve will still leak by, but it's all going to get caught in this little area. It's like a 2-inch, 3-inch little area. So whoever goes to offload these totes, if they use this valve, will get, a couple of ounces on them, which wouldn't be good. But this was we only had 20 totes, and the math that I was looking at was going to said we needed 21 totes, and now we're down to 19. So that's not good. We're going to have 2 totes of product left in the tanker trailer by the time we're done. There is no gauge on this tanker trailer. There's no way to really tell. It's at a tilt. There's no way to really tell how much was in there. Down to 100 gallons. You couldn't figure it out. But so we just loaded every other tote, and I was like, let's hope that we only need 19. Even though my math isn't working out right, let's just leave this one off to the side and load the rest of these up, and then hopefully it'll be fine. Then the pump freezes up because apparently I had a little bit of water in my air system that was pumped into the diaphragm pump, and it was freezing up the diaphragm pump from working. So I had to take apart the hose, and then we got the little generator. We took that and we set it up there next to it backwards, so the exhaust from the generator would blow onto the diaphragm pump. And then we grabbed somebody's old jacket and we threw it over it also, so it would trap all those warm fucking carbon monoxide fumes and melt any ice that may accrue in there, because it's cold as fuck outside. There was a puddle on the ground. It melted a little bit, or it was like a chunk of ice that was on the ground when we got there, and it was able to melt, and then it froze again. So there was a very small warming period that we had, and I'm pretty sure that was just because it was sitting in the sun. It's been cold all fucking day. Right now it's 28 is what my truck says, but it's been windy as fuck too. It's been really fucking windy, and we've been in the wind. So, what am I trying to say? We had a couple of issues. We also had another tote that started to leak. Turns out the valve was not shut all the way, So we got the valve shut, and then it was fine. And yeah, we just finished. It was like 20 to 25 minutes in between each tote. So I ran back and forth from the cab of my truck to back there a bunch of times. I watched a couple of parts of YouTube videos. I'm worn out now. I don't even I'm gonna take my laptop in, but I don't think I'm even gonna plug it in. I just want to lay down on the bed. I'm taking it in because most Kenworth keys work on Kenworths, which is fucking dumb. So they're not very secure. So I'm gonna bring the shit that I really care about inside. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna lay down on the bed. I was gonna go to dinner. There's a really cool looking restaurant right over there, and it has room for truck parking. And that's what I was thinking about doing, but I don't know. It was like 6 o'clock, and I just started snacking over here on my lunch for tomorrow. So whoops. And I called the guy. All right, I talked to the guy, and I said, "Hey, man, we're not going to be done until like 7 o'clock. So am I going to offload tonight or what?" And he's like, "No, I don't think so." And then I'm like, "All right, well, I'll book the same hotel." So I booked the same hotel. Came up to me a little bit later, and he's like, "Yeah, that place is open from 9 to 5 where you're offloading." I'm like, 9? He's like, "Yeah, 9." I'm like, okay, I guess I better get off of my logs. Get off of my logs so I will have time tomorrow. Remove the truck. I always remove the truck. I don't know why. I could stay logged into the truck. I'm always used to doing 1 day jobs. So I always remove the truck because if I don't remove the truck, somebody else comes in, they're going to forget to log in, and it's not going to beep at them because somebody's already logged into the truck. It's just going to assume it's me. And then I'm going to have hours logged that are not mine. Oh man, I got a little bit of a headache from today. Probably drink the water or something. So, I guess not to leave you guys hanging on a very short episode, but so the YouTube video, I sat down, I got everything plugged in, I started recording, um, and I had to do a couple of testings, but I got it working. I was like, all right, it works. Okay. So then I got in, I started recording, everything is going well, and then the fucking power strip at the hotel, I turned it on, I plugged in my computer, the light came on my charging cord. So I plugged it in and I was like, all right, cool, we're plugged in, we're good to go. And then 20 minutes into me recording, it popped up and it said low power because my battery on my laptop is trash. So yeah, I always have to have it plugged in for it to work. And it stopped my recording, so then I started recording again. And then I went to YouTube and it said drag and drop videos to upload here, and it said videos plural. So I thought I could just drag and drop 2 videos there. No, you can't. So the video that I posted up is only the first half of the video, And then the second, but I had already uploaded it to YouTube and everything. It was already going. I filled out all the little boxes and got all that going. And then it was still uploading. And then I got into YouTube Studio, or I was already in YouTube Studio. I don't know. And it had a podcast button. And I was like, what's that? So I click it and it said, enter your RSS feed to post your podcast here. And I'm like, all right, I don't really know what all this shit is. I just use Spotify for creators and it puts it on Spotify and it seems to work out really well. But the Spotify or the YouTube thing or whatever, I put in my RSS feed and it's like invalid shit. I don't know. And I went through and then I had to get on my phone, get into Spotify, and then get on the computer, go to Spotify, and then I don't know. I got it. Eventually, it worked. I had to update my email address. I'm like, oh, it says this is my email. But it wasn't showing up in my RSS feed for some reason. So I got it. I got it, and then it said, upload all videos from this date forward, or upload all. And I clicked upload all, and I don't know. I looked at it before I went to bed, and it was at 77 episodes uploaded out of, and this is episode 250. So I was like, oh, all right. It'll be done by the time I wake up, though. And I wake up and it said, oh, we stopped uploading because we'll wait for the morning. And I'm like, wait for the morning? I got to turn this off. I got to go. I got to go to work. What are you talking about? But it had made it to like 113 or something like that. So, and then I've been checking on my phone. I can't really use my laptop right here, but I was checking on my phone, and it hasn't done any more than what it had done already. So I guess I will take my laptop in there and see if I can just hit upload the rest of them, and it'll do it. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to have the original upload dates also. It's putting them in order, which is cool, but it's skipping a few episodes, which is kind of weird. I wonder if they're running through an algorithm as I'm uploading them, and they're like, these ones are too bad. So I'll make a special list of the ones that are not listed on YouTube, because those have got to be the good ones. If YouTube's like, whoa, we're not putting these ones up, those have got to be pretty good. And also, I don't know. I started looking through the terms of service and all this shit and talking about posting podcasts and everything. I'm like, really? I'm just saying words, and people can agree or disagree with me. I mean, it's what it is. But what is all this? Like, it's just words. I'm not like telling anybody to go out and do something bad to themselves. At least I don't think I am. At this episode of America, I'm not saying that. Meaning they're going to, I don't know, try to start saying shit's bad later on. It's not bad right now. All right, go. Get in there. What the fuck is going on? I want a water, you motherfucker. Give me the water. I've trashed this fucking truck. This truck is fucking trashed. So then after all that podcast shit, I saw that my YouTube video had been uploaded, and I watched it, and I was like, 21 minutes. I think that's what it is, either 18 or 21. I was like, 21 minutes? That's not right. And it ended, and I was like, oh, fuck. So then So yeah, at the end of the video, well, you guys didn't see the end of the video because it didn't get uploaded, but I decided to download CapCut on my laptop. I'd watched a YouTube video and a guy said CapCut's good, so I downloaded CapCut. And then I got in there and I combined the two videos and messed around with some other stuff. So I got it. I got the full length video saved now. But there's no like intro, there's no outro. It's just video. You just click it, it's video. It starts. That's what it is. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to do intros. You know, it's got a fucking uh thumbnail. How about that? That's the intro. Or the intro's just, I don't know. I don't need to do an intro. I did intros for all my other videos before that, except for like the live stream stuff, but I don't know. But I now that I got it, now that I know, all right, keep the fucking thing plugged in. All right, and I'm gonna have it set to like record all the time, even when shit pops up. But this laptop gets used for nothing other than gaming. Like there is Discord on there, but all the notifications are turned off. Like it doesn't pop up, and there's nothing. It doesn't say shit to you while you're playing games. So it's. I think I can just hit record all the time, and even if people do see something that I don't exactly want them to see, there's nothing there that's. There's nothing on there. Okay, it's. You're not gonna gain anything by seeing whatever the fuck I got. I got my 78 or 79 square body as my background picture on my screen, real zoomed in and everything. It used to be uh um Toast from Cletus McFarland, but that was when it still had the front fenders on it, and that was from Summer Knots in Australia when he shipped it to Australia, and it was a complete car. And then he fucked up the front end of it, took the front clip off, and ran it like that for a while. And I was like, okay. And then he fucking tipped in way too fucking hard and totaled the motherfucker. And he's like, I'm done with this fucking car. It was never a good car, anyways. And I'm like, oh, you're hurting my heart. That was like my favorite fucking car you had was the third gen Camaro. And now I see he's got a fourth gen. But yeah, I am gonna do YouTube videos. Not as often as podcasts. But I don't know. If I'm gonna sit and play video games for 3 hours, I can hit record and then hit upload. It's not a big deal. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then earlier today, when I was just sitting here watching YouTube videos, I was like, oh, I wonder what Spears the Amazing HD is up to. I haven't seen him for a while. He's a YouTuber I used to watch all the fucking time. And I wanted to buy some of his merch. I mean, I'm not going to even say let's rewind. Because if I wanted to buy his merch, I would have bought his merch. I just decided not to buy his merch because I don't really buy merch from people. But because I wear work jeans and work shirts and work coats and work hats, and I don't know, it's kind of weird to, unless it's a cool ass hat, I guess. I don't know. I think I bought one thing from a YouTuber doing a car giveaway, and it's a key tag that's on my key ring right here. It says pull to eject. Yeah. Um and it's pretty worn out. So Anyways, what am I trying to say here? What the fuck was I gonna say here? I was talking about merch and key tags, and now, but that was alluding to something else. I don't even know. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I'm glad I'm here at the hotel already at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna check in, and I'm going to go to my room, and I don't need to be anywhere till 9 o'clock tomorrow. And let's see how far away that is, just so I can have it in the back of my mind. I started, so it should be pretty easy to find. Here we go. 30 minutes. Go out here, get on the highway, drive for 30 minutes, and get off the highway. That is a sharp fucking corner. Right. But it looks like it's doable. And they told me they have forklifts there. So, anyways, my plan is to leave here at 8:30. No, 8. So wake up at 7, or start, get out of bed at 7. Get ready, go down, eat food, and then 7:30. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out later. But I'm gonna be able to sleep in. That's kind of nice. And then drive 30 minutes down the road, offload in, I think, 15 minutes. 15, 30 minutes offload, and then hit the road, go the fuck home. And then it's Friday. It's Friday. It'll be late-ish. There's a car just driving circles in the parking lot. What are they doing? They're just driving. They came flying in here, drove all the way around, came up right next to me, turned here, drove under the awning, came out of the awning, went to the far side of the parking lot, did another U-turn, came around here, and now they're parked. I don't know. They were looking for a closer parking spot. I don't. What the fuck you doing, dude? Why you being weird? He's being weird, dude. Anyways, he's walking in there now, so I'll give it another couple of minutes before I go in so he can maybe get checked in, get the fuck out of the way. I don't want to be around weirdo. Um, yeah, I'll do the YouTube videos. I think that's where I was trying to think of. I'm gonna do the YouTube videos. I'm gonna record them. I'm gonna be at my house. I'm gonna have my little blue microphone. I'll be able to talk loud, kind of like this. Because in the YouTube video, you can tell I'm kind of being quiet, but I don't know. As soon as I quit recording, I could hear a person coughing on the other side of the wall, and I'm like, okay, they just heard everything I was doing, and they were probably very annoyed. They're like, please shut the fuck up, you nerd. I'm like, sorry. Fucking wanted to record a YouTube video and decided to do it here. I'm gonna be a big YouTuber. I'm gonna be a big YouTuber. Just kidding. Really need to step up my YouTube game. But I think with this CapCut, I can really do some stuff. I might be able to do like some swirls things, or maybe some fade in, fade outs. I don't know. I've never been a guy to do one of those. Seems pretty gay to me. Might try it out. I don't that's fucking around. The yep. I was gonna eat. Decided to snack on all my shit here. Oh man. You guys could turn it off. You can turn it off now. I'm done. Keep all 18 down. Bye bye.